That's it. Right. Don't know if you can hear me, but hello everybody. I'm Jamie Leeds Transport Hub. Welcome to a live. This is my first live in 3 years. So, yes, it has been a long time since I last done a live. Obviously, it's Christmas Eve, so let's get the spirit up, and let's get the spirit up. Right, anyway, so good afternoon. Whenever the West Coast Main Line is closed for engineering works, the Caledonian sleeper services will run via the East Coast Main Line to and from Scotland, calling at Newcastle and Doncaster. You've joined the southbound Lowlander sleeper at Peterbrough to drive non-stop to London King's Cross. Please depart when you are ready. Okay. So, we are driving the Class 92 electric locomotive by Caledonian sleeper. I've also got the brand new Mark 5s as well from the Alan Thompson Sim website. So, first let's set the train up ready to go. I am using the Armstrong Powerhouse Class 92 sound pack. I believe the sound pack has now been withdrawn, so you can't get this anymore, but sadly. So anyway, let's set up and we'll get going. So I'm going to reset the AWS, which it has just done. Now I'm going to push it into forwards, and then we will hear another bell go off, or which will be the DSD, so I just need to reset that. Just press E to reset it, simple as that. Now I need to set the speed, so we'll set the speed to the maximum it can go, which will be about 87 miles an hour. And then now I need to release the brakes, and we can take power. So let's take some power. Let's make sure we've got everything. Yeah, that's all good. Okay, let's go. And off we go. So these are the new Caledonian Sleeper Mark 5s. They look quite good, to be honest. So, yeah. Anyway, let's go. This is our drive down to Peterbrough, to London King's Cross. Now, this is one of the scenarios that come with the Mark 5s. So you can see a Class 700 over there for Great Northern or Thameslink, one of the two. And then we've got a 66 Orlington wagons. I don't know what wagons, but we'll see. But try and get up to speed, because this won't go as fast as what we normally would. 66 764 Orlington wagons there. I don't know what sort. So yeah. So I need to reset that. That was the DSD again going off. That'll go off about every 45 seconds. Good evening, Mustafa. How are you doing? A Merry Christmas to you. That bell is the indication that the AWS has been cleared, so we don't need to acknowledge that because we've got a green signal ahead. So it's all clear to go. If this live stream is successful, I might start doing it a bit more if the live stream does go well. The Class 92, the Caledonian Sleeper reskin, I actually got off the Alan Thompson Sim website along with the Mark 5s. So that's quite good, because the Mark 5s were built to replace the aging Mark 3 and Mark 2 haulage locomotive stock. So yeah, right. Let's reset that again, because at the moment that'll keep going off every 45 seconds. So we're going good for progress. Let's get a nice line side shot. See it really working down the line. Okay, that sounded quite good. I think that sounded alright. So yeah, I think that sounded pretty good. I like the Mark 5. It does look good. But 87's our top speed, so we won't be going any faster than that really. So we'll just do the best we can really. To get down to King's Cross. But there'll be some interesting workings along the way, I reckon. So we'll see. We'll see what workings there are along the line. Got a warning for 100 mph coming up, so I need to get ready to reset the AWS again. There we go, press the wrong one. Hit the AWS reset button and not the DSD reset. So yeah, this train's non-stop through to King's Cross in London. But if we were doing this in a Azuma, the LNER Azuma, the 800 series, I'd say we'd be flying right now down here. But we're not though. We're just averaging about 87 miles an hour all the way, pretty much, for the main stretch. We'll see if we get any single yellow aspects. I think we probably more than likely will. But not for a while though, because we can't go that fast really. I mean, we might be holding up the trains behind because of how slow we're going. But the route that I'm using is the Alan Thompson Sim West Coast main. No, not West Coast. Why I say West Coast? Because I live on that line. East Coast main line. South with the Cambridge and Kings Lynn add-on, so I can operate all the way from Kings Lynn in Norfolk down to London King's Cross via Cambridge. So it is possible on this route to do that, but obviously this also includes the East Coast main line South incorporated into it as well, so that's a good benefit. So we've got a whistle board coming up, so I need to blow the horn. The horn's a bit quiet. I hope it's not broken. So that's the AWS clearboard again, so don't need to worry about that. I've also got the Armstrong, there you go, bit of a neutral section. So that was a neutral section we just had then. So we'll just lose power temporarily before we get some power back. I've got another. Yeah, you can hear the horn. It's very quiet though. But yeah, the horn's definitely going off. You can hear it. Okay, all good. What I was going to say before, I've got the Armstrong Powerhouse signal enhancement pack as well. So it kind of upgrades. Excuse me. It kind of upgrades the signals on selected routes. So it just makes them look more realistic, basically. So yeah, the good old days of Rail Simulator, when I remember playing that when I was younger, and obviously it's 2024 now, and Train Sim Classic has really brought it in. Obviously, if it wasn't for Armstrong Powerhouse, I don't know what I'd be saying right now, but you know, Train Sim has changed over the years I've played them, really, and I must say I'm very impressed of how far Train Sim has come to the present day. So yeah, right, another green signal, so we are clear to proceed. That signal to the left just jumped from a red to a single yellow aspect. So now, if I was on that line, I have to assume the following signal is at a danger aspect or a red light. So I have to stop But because I'm not in that bit, I don't have to worry. I can just focus on my own bit. I am on the up fast. Now, if you don't know about the up and the down line always heads north away from London, and the up always heads south towards London. So if you didn't know that, there you go, that's something new. As I say, I've still got the green light, so I don't need to worry about slowing down anytime soon. Until there's a speed change, obviously, which is below 87 miles an hour. But I don't think that'll be for a good while yet, though, because of the long straight sections of track and everything on the line. So I ain't going to worry about that for now. And obviously we can see again another green signal. So that'll be just a ding, just to say that we don't need to respond or anything. But I'll do to that one, because that was the DSD yet again going off. You okay, Mustafa? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? But yeah, so at the moment we should be approaching Huntington, which is somewhere within on the East Coast main line, somewhere between Peterbrough and Sandy or something like that. But we'll get there. But I'm having a go at creating different scenarios, because I want to try and, you know, bring up the realism, if you know what I mean. You know. So yeah. And so anything coming there to my right? No, it isn't. So yeah, nothing coming yet. And that's the dinghy bob going off again. So I had to reset that. Okay, so that was another green signal, so that's all good. Okay, and we've got another whistleboard coming up. So we're just coming over a level crossing now. It's a manual one. But so far steady progress is being made, which is a good thing. Another green signal ahead. So far so good. And I can see a double yellow aspect in the background, so I may have to start slowing down a little bit. That's the DSD going off. Let's see if it jumps to a green. If it doesn't, then we'll have to reset the AWS at this point. So I'm going to put that back into into the off position. Yep, we're going to have a... Yep, here we go. So I need to start braking a little bit. And now I need to assume that the next signal ahead is going to be at a single yellow aspect. So I need to now assume that the next signal ahead is going to be a single yellow aspect. So I'm going to bring it down nice and slowly, gently doing it, obviously not losing too much speed. Okay, I can see now that the next signal is still showing a amber aspect, but is it going to be a single or is it still going to be a double yellow? Let's have a look and we shall find out. I'm still going to continue to slow down. Okay, it is now a single yellow aspect, so I now need to assume that the next signal ahead is going to be showing a danger or a red aspect. So I'm going to start crawling down to around 30 or so miles an hour just to make sure that I don't spad, which is signal passed at danger, because I don't want to do that. So it's going to just go nice and easy on the braking and just crawl up to it now, and I hope that the signal will change, hopefully. If not, we'll be sitting in the loop for a little bit while we wait. So I can definitely see our signal ahead, and it is definitely showing a red aspect, so I have got no choice but to stop if I get too close to it. But for now I'm just going to keep going slowly, just try and crawl up to it if I can possibly. So I'm just going to hang around 25 miles an hour, which isn't too slow but not too fast, so it's about average, just so I know that obviously we're in a good position then. And I can see that our speed will be going down to 40 miles an hour, so I am going to change the speed set to 40 ready. Okay, I can see our signal has now gone green, so I can now apply full power again, get our train moving again, back up to line speed. So that is now a good sign. Now we have got a green aspect again, so we can now proceed at line speed. And shortly we are going to be turning off, so I am keeping it to about 40 miles an hour, just while we take the diverging route. And then once we're past the diverging route, we will now go back up to whatever speed it is from there. This station approaching should be Huntington, the first stop after Peterbrough. So here we go. So we've got a 40 because our train is diverging to the left. And no, it isn't, so I don't know why. Okay, right, let's increase our speed and get back up to top speed of 87 miles per hour. I don't know why that lied to me then. But let's have a look. Aspects. We've got a green, so we are good to go. So here's Huntington. And that's now gone through, so we are now getting back up to 87 miles per hour now for the journey down to King's Cross. And you know, I've not seen any other trains for a while on the northbound, up on the down lines, on the down slow and the down fast. I've not seen anything for a while, until we've gone past Peterborough. I'm sure there'll be something that'll pop up soon, hopefully. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. And that was a clear indication from the AWS. So we're all clear to proceed. And then obviously we've got a speed increase of 120 miles an hour, but obviously we'll be getting nowhere near that, as this is only limited to 87 miles per hour. The Class 92s are actually the strongest electric locomotives in the UK. Yes, that's something I didn't know personally until I did some research. So that's another green aspect, so off we go down the line at full speed again. I can see in the distance that our next signal is definitely showing a green, so we can go green light all the way down the line. Pretty much. So we ain't got nothing to worry about. Literally, I haven't got nothing to worry about. I'd be more worried if it was showing an amber aspect. Okay. And then blow the horn as we're now coming up to another crossing. Let's get another nice line side shot. There you go. Another nice line side shot there. Just pressing that just in case the DSD was going off, because you can't seem to hear it for any reason in the when you're outside visually. Okay, and now another green light, so off we go again. Straight down on the fast line, nothing to worry about. And now we've got another whistle board. and our speed does go up to the top speed of 125 miles per hour, but again we'll be getting nowhere near that as our train is only restricted to 87 miles per hour, which is a bit of a shame. Because I think their predecessors, the class 90s, could do up to 110 miles per hour, which is a lot faster than this. But for some reason they decided to get rid of the class 90s. Reset the DSD again. Now the Mark 5s, the class 92 reskin in the Caledonian sleeper colours, they are all available on the Alan Thompson Sim website. Quite cheap as well. The reskin was free obviously, but the Mark 5s I got for $5.99, which is quite good in my opinion. So I was quite happy with that. So I got all the coaches and everything, the club car, the seated accommodation, you name it, everything, absolutely everything. So yeah, I was quite happy with that. Well worth the $5.99 in my opinion. So that's a banner repeater down there. That's just used for signals which may be in difficult positions to see. So that banner was definitely given a clear. So that's all good. So we're making steady progress now, safely down towards King's Cross, with just over 50 miles to go until we get there. So steady progress is being made within the first 25 minutes. And there's a Thameslink 700 or Great Northern 700. Yeah, it's Thameslink. So we'll be probably racing that into London, King's Cross. And then we've got the Class 365, the Happy Train. So that's great. So, alright. So at least we've seen some action now. Pretty much. That was the whistle board as well, so I've just acknowledged that. Another green light ahead, which is good. I mean, I don't know if you can tell with my voice as well, because I sound more clearer. I've managed to upgrade my microphone and everything, so I sound a lot more clearer now. So that's something that I'm quite impressed of. You know, I've got a nice clearer microphone. I sound more clear, crystal clear. So my voice sounds better. So I can be heard more now what I'm saying. Okay, and we've just hit the 50-mile mark, and we're now going through another neutral section. So I'm just going to quickly power down just while we go through it. I know on the previous one I didn't, so yeah, but I've now reapplied power as we now get back up to our 87 miles per hour for the journey down to London. Now the Caledonian sleeper would only use King's Cross if the West Coast main line's shut into London Euston, because this is where the Caledonian sleeper originates from London Euston. And then there's 3 sets then that split off in Edinburgh. One portion goes to Inverness, another portion goes to Fort William, and the other half goes to Aberdeen, which is quite clever. And then obviously there's so those are the Highlander ones, and then the Lowlander ones only travel as far as Edinburgh and Glasgow, between the capital of Scotland and the capital of England, technically. So yeah, and then there's also the GWR's Night Riviera, which runs between London Paddington and Penzance in Cornwall. And that obviously I think that goes via Reading, Bristol, and down via Taunton and that way, I think. But if I am wrong, I do apologise if I am wrong on that. But that's only my guess, though. It goes via Bristol and that So we're making good steady progress. Let's actually have a look at... Oh boy, that is amazing. So that is the club lounge, I believe. But that looks amazing. That does look quite nice. I think then if I do that, there we go. Oh, there's one of the berths. Oh, DSD, reset that. Yep, here's one of the berths. Looks quite good in my opinion. Another position. Okay. And then I think this is another one. Okay, that's the solo club lounge, and then that's another one. Okay. So that's, yeah, pretty good. Anyway, let's get back in the cab, and then we can just focus on what's going on. So that was the interior of the Mark 5s, which I thought looked quite good, if I'm honest. So yeah. Anyway, we've just got 45 miles to go, so we are getting closer now. So we are getting there. Obviously, if we were doing 75 miles per hour, our train could cover a mile in 48 seconds. And if it was a 125 miles per hour train, then our distance we'd cover a mile in just 29 seconds. Pretty much. So yeah. Reset that again, the DSD. Here's another station coming through. I think this one's Sandy. Let me have a look. Yeah, Sandy. Yeah, Sandy, this one. Storm through Sandy. We've just over 40 miles to go now till we reach King's Cross. So, steady progress is being made so far. I can pull the blind down if I need to. Like a bit like that actually. Obviously it's nice and sunny, so I ain't got to worry about the rain or anything. So that's all good. Actually, is there passenger brake timing or something? It's a fire alarm. Doors close. And I caught the horn. I don't think there's a passenger time or something. Yeah, I don't think there's any VCB open, AWS disarm, TVM 430. Wipers, wiper control, emergency brake, horn. So yeah, I don't think there's one for a passenger. Yeah, it's the horn. But we're doing good. We are doing good. What's this stop coming up now? Let's have a look. I think this was Biggleswade. Is it Biggleswade? Yes, it is. It is Biggleswade. So we're pretty much at the 40-mile marker now until we get to London King's Cross. So just under 40 miles to go now, in theory. Which is good. Another neutral section. So I'm just going to isolate that quickly. Back to full power again. With another whistle board. And I can see something else coming up in the distance. And what is it? Oh, it's an LNER 225 set. Yes, that was a Class 91 leading the Mark IV sets, and then a Class 82 driving van trailer, or DVT, on the rear. So very nice. It's in a 225 set now. Obviously this was all back in the days of the LNER, but I mean the 225 sets now have got a complete different livery. Something similar to the Intercity Swallow livery. It's not Intercity Swallow though, but it's in a similar scheme to the when it was in the Intercity Swallow colours. Another green light ahead, and we've got a Thameslink 700 coming up on the far right. That must be going up towards Peterbrough, where we originated from, up in the north. All clear. Now I can see something in the distance. Yep, signals. So we've got a green light ahead. Green light ahead. So the chime will go off again, but we don't need to acknowledge it or anything, because obviously with it being a green aspect, you don't need to do anything. So yes, it's all going to be clear. Reset the DSD yet again. Here comes another station. Let's see where this one is. Don't know what this one will be. Let's have a look. Where's this station? I don't know, I couldn't read that. Arleslie. Okay. I think it's Arleslie. I don't know. I don't know how it's pronounced anyway. Anyway, another green light ahead. We'll get another nice external view in a minute of the train at speed. I'll try and plan for another external view. I might do it at a station this time. Get a nice station shot. Okay, another green light again. So we're all good. Just dawdling along at 87 miles per hour. Which is the top speed this Class 92 can do. Yep, green lights ahead. I spy more green lights. And an AWS chime. Clear chime. Which obviously you don't need to acknowledge. Because there's no immediate danger or anything. I spy another green light ahead. It's looking good. It's looking good. Let's reset the DSD again. And that down there is a speed warning for trains diverging to the right, but that speed limit will only apply to trains turning to the right at this junction coming up here. But obviously we don't need to worry about that because that doesn't apply to us, as we are on a different. We're on the up fast. We're on the up fast because we're heading towards London. So that speed limit only applies to trains turning to the right at this junction here. So we don't need to worry about that. But we do need to worry about this though. No we don't. That will only apply to trains turning to the left from here at this point. But we haven't got a route to go to the left, so we don't need to worry about that either. This is, I believe, Hitchin flyover. Is it Hitchin? I'll be able to tell you in a minute. because I think that line goes up towards Royston. So I think this might be Hitchin flyover. Another neutral section here. Back to full power again. Okay. This might be a station coming up now. Yes, it is. Here we are. Let's get a nice shot for you. Oh, and a guy walks in front of me. That's very nice of you. Yep, that is Hitchin. Yep, I can confirm that is Hitchin. So yeah, all good. All good. It's all good. So yeah, we're making steady progress now as we are heading back down towards the capital. Yet again, that was another AWS clear chime, so we ain't got to worry about acknowledging that alarm, so we're all good. DSD going off yet again. And that was another neutral section. So we're still making steady, nice, safe, steady progress. Just under 30 miles to go now till we reach London King's Cross. So we should be there in the next 25 or so minutes, hopefully. Provided we don't get any aspect changes or anything like that. But I highly doubt that though, hopefully. Hopefully it'll all go nice and smoothly. Literally. Reset that again. And then that was another speed warning. Only applying though for trains that are going to be taking our diverging route onto the left. But in this case we're not, so we don't need to worry about that warning. Because we're staying on the up fast. If we were going on to the up slow, then the signals will be flashing amber to warn that obviously you're going to be taking a diverging route and everything, but that wasn't the case, so yeah, we're all good. This we're approaching now is Stevenage. This is Stevenage railway station. I believe Stevenage has 5 platforms here, one that terminates services here, and then 4 through platforms, an up fast, an up slow, a down fast and a down slow. So the down slows go towards the north away from London, and the up lines go towards London, the up fast and the up slow. So we're on the up fast, so we're on the fastest route into London King's Cross. Or it could divert off and it could go to the London Overground line. But I highly doubt that though, hopefully. I think if that was the case, we'd be in a bit of trouble. And here's another LNER 225 set. So that's gone nice and smoothly. And here's another Thameslink 700. If it's an 8-car one, yep, which it is, that'd be a -0, another neutral section. Going off. This is... I couldn't read that. What is that one? Peterbrough, I think. I don't know. I don't know. It's a bit of a funny pronunciation, that one, which I can't pronounce. Right. Man, it feels weird seeing it from up above. Reset the DSD. Man, it feels weird seeing it from up above in the sky as it heads down south to King's Cross. So now this is singled back down to two lines now, a northbound line, an up main and a down main. The banner repeater is at 45 degrees, so that is a sign we've got a clear signal. Or in that case, a caution signal, but it doesn't mean that we need to stop or anything. It means you can proceed through. If it's a green signal like it was just, you can proceed through at line speed. But if it was a double yellow or a single yellow, then I'd have to proceed with extreme caution. Oh god, Northern 387. As we now approach Welling North. This is two tunnels here. So we see a bit of daylight briefly, and then we go back under the tunnel again into Welling North. Oh, what have I done? Oh no. I've done something. I think I've tripped the VCB. Oh dear. I've done something. Pop it into neutral. Let me see if we can fix it. I need to close the VCB. Is that it? No. Oh no. I don't know what I've done here. Try opening the VCB and then closing it. We try resetting the pantograph. Ah, there we go. I've got power back, so that's good. Just need to reset just like that. Anyway, we just got just under 20 miles to go now till we reach London. And this is now Welling Garden City. Still under green lights, so we are good. Some wagons over there. It will probably start picking up now, the traffic around London, obviously because of it getting closer into the capital. So hopefully we'll start seeing a bit more traffic now, going northbound on the down main and down fast. Got a neutral section warning, so I am going to have to cut the juice in a minute when I see the neutral section come in. As soon as I see the whiteboard, then I know that the neutral section will start. Okay, we have got an issue. Okay, that's fine. Anyway, let's get back up to speed. I always like to keep it on this page because I like to have a look at when it comes to the cooling fans and everything. If you notice, you got a number 2, so this is on level 2 of ventilation. And then when it reaches level 3, the fans do kick in a bit more and it roars a little bit. So, I mean, when we were at to brake earlier, because of the cautionary signals, that did go up to level 3, so that kind of did roar a little bit earlier. But I mean, I will get an external when we do it, because obviously the cooling fans actually do kick in when you actually brake a little bit, when you do brake, because it's got rheostatic braking. The Class 92 has. So I'll give you an external of the fans cooling when we do brake for the approach into King's Cross. Anyway, this station, I don't know, but I ain't gonna bother. I'm gonna keep an eye out where I'm going. So those red bars on the cooling fan systems, as soon as it reaches that red arrow, then the cooling fans automatically kick in and it cools it down completely then. But for the moment we don't need to worry, because we're on a nice flat gradient. Well, 1 in 200, so it's a slight gradient upwards, just a slight uphill gradient, but you don't need to worry. But there's the signal banner repeaters. One's in the vertical position, the other being over there. Here we have some 313s for Great Northern. They've been replaced by the 717s since. Green light ahead, I can clearly see. So I don't need to worry about acknowledging the alarm. And its speed has gone down to 115 miles per hour. But again, that won't affect us, because obviously, again, we're only limited to 87 miles per hour. Here's another station. Don't know what that one was. I only know a few along the East Coast main line. But if you are actually enjoying this stream, guys, please give it a thumbs up and please consider subscribing. I mean, if this is a success tonight, this stream, I may do some more. I might start doing it again, because for the first time in 3 years, I thought I decided, you know, let's do a stream. You know, try and have some laughs and get the Christmas spirit up, because obviously it is Christmas Eve at the end of the day, and it's just good to get some positivity. So yeah. But anyway, we've got less than 15 miles now, so we are not far away from King's Cross now. So we are getting there, which is good. So you can see the speeds are going to dramatically decrease now, down to 105, then down to 100 miles per hour. But again, we don't have to worry about that, because we can't even get anywhere near that speed. And everything's all good so far. The temperature's all good as well on here, so don't need to worry about that for now. Another 225 set, but this time it was being hauled by a Class 90. There's no, I mean, that Class 90 might be standing in for a Class 91. So it was a Class 90 with Mark 4s and then a DVT, driving van trailer, Class 82. But as I say, I am working on a few custom made scenarios, just because I've got a bit bored, so I needed something to do, so I thought I'd have a go making some custom made scenarios. Right, reset that again. The temperatures are increasing dramatically on the cooling and ventilation screen. So that is possibly maybe a good thing. It might not be a good thing. Anyway, we've got less than 10 miles now till we reach London King's Cross, the end of the line. As I say, this is only a short section of the East Coast Main Line running from Peterborough through to the end, but there are plenty of options. I think there's an East Coast Main Line merge on the Alan Thompson Sim website, so I'll have a look into that. This is Hadley Wood. I think this is Hadley Wood. I know this one, but I can't think of the name. But I think that was Hadley Wood just. Right, let's reset that. The DSD going off. You keep seeing the notification for it in the top right corner. Another green light ahead. We've got less than 10 miles to go now. The scenery on this route does look quite nice. It is very nice. Another green light ahead. So this is it's going to start getting very interesting now, this bit, as we're now clocked down on the final 8 miles now into King's Cross. So this is going to get very, very interesting. There's a 717 for Great Northern. We'll probably race some traffic into King's Cross now, I reckon. But we'll have to wait and see if that is the case. I hope we do, because it'd be nice. That's the bell. DST again. It's been quite a few times now since you've last heard the DSD go off. And another green light ahead. So we're all clear to go. And here comes, I think, a Great Northern 3. Yeah, it's Great Northern 387 going northbound. Okay. But if I do decide to do the East Coast Main Line next time, we'll either do a Class 91 or do the Classic HST, or we could do it the Azuma up north and DSD again. Another 387 for Great Northern. Through the tunnel we go. Another neutral section warning. So I better get ready for the neutral section. Here's the neutral section. Alexandra Palace, I believe that is. A clear chime, so that's all good. So we've got literally just less than 4 miles now until we reach King's Cross. So we haven't got long now, really. Quite a few 700s and 717s and happy trains in the depot there to the left. And we're going to race a 717 into London. Now our speed does come down here a little bit, so I better get ready. Start braking. There you go, you can see now the ventilation levels have gone up to level 3 because I have used a little bit of rheostatic braking. But I'm going to have to continue using it now, obviously, as we are now approaching Finsbury Park, which is the last stop before King's Cross. So I'm just going to bring it down nice and gently, ready for 65 miles per hour. Here's Finsbury Park. And then that up ahead is the Emirates Stadium, home of Arsenal Football Club. Right, hold it there. And I've just noticed my pantograph is down for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why my pantograph's down for some reason. So we'll be going down into 45 miles per hour shortly, as we now are on the final approach into King's Cross. Okay, the banner repeater's giving me a clear aspect, so don't need to even worry about that. It's going to just lightly brake now and just let the train kind of gently, lightly brake and bring it nicely to a stop. So it goes down to 60 miles an hour from here, down to 45, and then down to 50 as we enter out of Gasworks Tunnel. So I'm just going to hold it here, because I don't want to brake too early, but I want to keep it, you know, within reason. So I'm not going to break the speed limit, obviously. But you can definitely hear that cooling fan roaring. Here's 45 miles per hour. So I'm just going to let it brake now. Reset the AWS. As we now go down to 15 miles an hour shortly for our final approach. Nice and easy does it. Okay, we've now brought it down to 15 miles per hour, and we'll now emerge out of Gasworks Tunnel and enter into King's Cross Station. And here we are. Here is King's Cross with an array of 225 sets. I'm surrounded by them. Okay, and this is platform 0 at London King's Cross. And then got to do is take it up to the end and stop at the buffers. Just going to start lightly braking now. Keep it going, still got plenty of room. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Start lightly braking now. The final approach. And that should just about do it, just here. Okay, now we'll apply the brakes, neutral, and unlock the doors. There we go. All done. And we've done it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived in London King's Cross. So that's it, there we go. All done. Right then, so this Caledonian sleeper has reached London King's Cross, just down the road from its usual destination. Another locomotive will arrive shortly and take the stock to Wembley Depot. Scenario by Adam Hay. Adam Hay, if you're watching this, I've really enjoyed the scenario. Thank you so much for making this. Okay, and that will sum it up. That will sum it up. Right then, that's it. We're all done. So, we've covered 76 miles in 1 hour and 1 minute 28 seconds. So, that's very good. Right, anyway, what I'm going to do, we'll leave it there for tonight. Thank you for joining me on this live stream. I really hope you have enjoyed this. If you have liked what you've seen, please consider liking, commenting and subscribing. If this does go successfully, then I will consider doing another one in the near future. I've been Jamie Lee's Transport Hub. I want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Bright future for 2025. Thank you very much guys for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed. Have a good night, enjoy the rest of your Christmas Eve, and hopefully Santa's got you some lovely gifts for you to open up tomorrow on Christmas Day. Take care guys.